Every night, he gave strange children a ride until he discovered the truth ghost. The story we're going to tell today is called Strange Things. It's a story I heard when I was a child. Long ago, in our village, there was an old man named Wang who made a living by firing bowls. On auspicious days, Old Man Wang would take his fired bowls to the market to sell. Because his home was quite far from the market, Old Man Wang always got up very early, usually before dawn. He did this for over 10 years, and he didn't seem to mind. His wife, however, would always see him off, reminding him to be careful on the road. Old Man Wang drove his bowl along the dirt mountain roads to the market, truly braving the elements. But he had no choice. He had to make a living. By the time he arrived at the market, it was already dawn. Because he sold bowls at the market year-round, Old Man Wang had a fixed stall and was quite familiar with the vendors. His business was only really booming at the end of the year. Because every household needed to buy new paper and bowls, business was usually SOSO, just enough to make ends meet. That day, Grandpa Wang set up his stall and waited for customers to come. He sold a few things here and there. When the market closed and most people had left, Grandpa Wang started to pack up. It was already dark when he left. As Grandpa Wang drove along, a few children came out of the woods by the roadside. Grandpa Wang thought to himself, "Whose children are they? Why aren't they home so late?" He stopped the car and asked the children why they weren't home so late. The children said they went out to play but couldn't walk anymore and wanted Grandpa Wang to give them a ride. Grandpa Wang thought it was on his way, so he let the naughty children get in the car. On the way, Grandpa Wang asked the children whose family they were. The children told him who they were and whose family they were. Grandpa Wang thought the names sounded familiar, but he didn't recognize them. Not recognizing them, he didn't ask any more questions and escorted the children to the village entrance. He let them get off the bus, as it was quite late. He watched the children run into the village before continuing his journey home. Once home, he quickly tidied up and went to sleep. He was supposed to go to the market the next day, but it was almost dawn and he hadn't gotten up. His wife woke him. When he got up and saw that he'd slept until this late, he got dressed and got out of bed. His wife, seeing that he didn't look well, advised him to skip the market trip. He didn't listen and still went out, loaded the cart with goods, and arrived at the market. It was already broad daylight. He hadn't made much money that morning. Around noon, he ate at a steam bun stall. Coincidentally, he was sitting at the same table as Li Tizui, a fortune teller at the market. While chatting, Li Tizui said, "Uncle Wang, you don't look well. Look at you. You don't look too good. Did something happen? What could possibly happen to me? Maybe I'm just tired from going to the market these past few days. After all, I'm old." Grandpa Wang didn't have much of a liking for Li Tizui and didn't take his words seriously. After lunch, he went back to selling bowls. Because he got up late, he worked late again. When he drove his cart to the place where he had met those children the day before, he saw them emerge from the woods by the roadside again, just like the day before. The children wanted a ride home. Grandpa Wang didn't think much of it and let them get on the cart. They drove all the way to the village entrance from the day before. The children got off and went into the village. Grandpa Wang got up late again the next day, caught a chicken, and even fell asleep while tending his stall. He felt drowsy and weak all over. "Hey, Grandpa Wong, what do you want to eat? Here's something for you." When it was time for lunch, he ran into Li Tizui again. "Well, thank you," said Grandpa Wong, afraid that Li Tizui would keep nagging. He accepted the talisman and put it in his shirt pocket. Grandpa Wong's business wasn't good that day. Sometimes he didn't close until dark. On the way, Grandpa Wong pondered Li Tizui's words. First, he felt unwell. Could it be that something was bothering him? Just then, he saw several children standing by the roadside, the same children he had taken a taxi from a couple of days ago. However, the children stood by the roadside and didn't come over. Grandpa Wong called out to them, but the children timidly said they were afraid to get in Grandpa Wong's car. This puzzled Grandpa Wong, but then he thought, could it be that the children are afraid of what's in my pocket? Thinking this, he took out the talisman. Looking at the yellow talisman, he thought, even if these children aren't human, they haven't harmed me. It's just a ride. After thinking for a moment, he put the talisman away. The yellow talisman was thrown into the roadside weeds. After that, the children happily climbed onto the cart. Grandpa Wong glanced at the children out of the corner of his eye, but didn't notice anything amiss. He then drove them to the village entrance and watched them enter the village. A few days passed, and Grandpa Wong happened to be delivering goods to Liujia village. After unloading the goods and collecting payment, he asked the villager about Lu Difu's family. Upon inquiry, he discovered that there really was such a person in the village. Grandpa Wong then asked about the family's 5 children. When this was mentioned, the villager was somewhat vague and hesitant. Under Grandpa Wong's persistent questioning, he finally revealed that Lu Difu's family did indeed have 5 sons, but they all died in an accident 2 years ago. The villager didn't understand why Grandpa Wong was asking about this. Grandpa Wong didn't give a direct answer either, but with a curt yes, he got up and left. After leaving Liujia village, Grandpa Wong went to the market and bought some things. It was already afternoon. He was hurrying home when it started raining halfway there. With no village or town in sight, Old Wong could only whip the animals to make them run faster so they could get home sooner. The animals, in pain, galloped wildly. But as luck would have it, a rabbit jumped out of the bushes halfway there. Startled, the animals reared up and ran like the wind. Old Wong couldn't hold them back no matter how hard he tried. As they rounded a bend, the wheels slipped and the cart tumbled down a roadside embankment. Old Wong tried to get off, but it was too late. He felt one will slide downhill. He thought, this is it. I'm done for. I'll roll down the slope with the cart. I'll be crippled if I don't die. Just as he was losing strength, the cart suddenly stopped. Old Wong looked back and saw the children who had been riding with him for the past few days. He already knew they were dead. In this life or death situation, he didn't care about his thoughts. He raised the whip and lashed the animals fiercely. After much difficulty, Grandpa Wong finally managed to drive the car to the top of the embankment. Having narrowly escaped death, he parked the car and wanted to check on the young men. But when he looked down the embankment, he couldn't find the Lu family's children. Only several memorial tablets were stuck in the mud. Grandpa Wong, ignoring his muddy feet, went down the embankment, picked up the tablets, wiped off the mud, and saw writing on them. Grandpa Wong took the tablets to Lu Defu's house, gave them to Lu Defu, and told him what had happened. Lu Defu also found it unbelievable. He and his wife had lost their son and kept the memorial tablets at home. How could they be on the embankment? As for the grove where Grandpa Wong encountered them every day, it was the place where the brothers used to play. Grandpa Wong still drives his livestock to the market every day and helps those in need. As he says, good deeds are always rewarded.